Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You, Me, and He. I am your host, Rob Lambert, and I'm joined by my co-host.
This is Drew Frankenstein.
And this is Josh Carroll.
What the heck just happened?
I don't know. That just sounded weird, though. It was, it just doesn't
We're in bizarro world right now.
Yeah. It does sound kind of weird.
Oh, that's like the weirdest, dumbest name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so glad that's not a thing. Okay, so fellas, before we jump in, I just want to say, if you guys are interested in supporting the show, once again, check us out at patreon.com/youmehepodcast. Great way to help out the show. Check it out. Now, guys, this week, I want to give you a little bit of an update
that
on...
was like in true Uncle Joey fashion. Check it out. Gosh. Living up to your role, Rob.
That's what we got to do. Okay. I hope you got a turkey in the boot in the oven. Anyway, fellas, so this...
Sorry,
he
that
almost
was
died.
just delayed because I was drinking water. So
I'm just glad you're okay.
thank you.
So, guys, this week I have to tell you, JC Go, it's fire, man. I hit it hard this week, and my evangelism team is really rounding itself out. I just want to give you a quick update. I added 2 heavy hitters to my team. Actually, 3. One of them was Aaron, brother of Moses, so everybody's excited about that. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride. Anyways.
I got a question. Is JC Go kind of like golf? Like, it's a game that can't ever be won. It can only be played.
You know, I do feel like at some point they will release Jesus Cristo as a option for you to catch, and when you do that,
How would you
it's
feel
got
about catching Jesus?
I mean,
You make it
okay,
sound like
at
a
the end of
cult,
the day,
bro.
at the end of the day, you're saying, Jesus, be on my team, and maybe he'll do. What would Jesus do? I think
That
that's
would
the
have to
main
be like
question
the
of this
ultimate
game.
question, though, right? Don't you answer questions in order to, like, what is the meaning of life?
The true or false? Yeah. They're just setting you up to fail. Anyways, so then 2 other heavy hitters. One was she was a nun who
Mother Teresa.
Yeah, well, no. I don't know if she's in the game either. Maybe she'll be released as like an epic
You would think she would have to be.
character you can get. I don't know what's going on with that. But she was like a nun who hung out with people with leprosy for like 60 years and never caught it. So she's got some kind of cool like anti-disease powers, which is really awesome. And then another guy who took a tomahawk to the head. So I'm feeling good about
so
this.
brutal, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's a really hardcore team.
He doesn't still walk around with the tomahawk in his head, does he?
Is that how you
I mean, if
catch
that...
him?
Well...
You grab the
oh my
handle of the tomahawk.
Dude, he's already dead. Show some sensitivity.
Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, maybe. That was not a customization option when you were starting up the game, so... But all I'm saying is, man, I feel like my evangelism team is really coming together. You know, got some good players there. So, download JC Go. Come hang out. Let's show these heathens who's boss.
No. I've heard people this week downloading it and then deleting it. So
Is it because
It's like
there is no
healthy
English language
divorce
support?
rate. Healthy divorce rate.
oh no, dude, this is like 100% of the people that told me they downloaded it also deleted it.
They saw it like uploading halfway and they're like, yeah, I'm good.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Keep on poping.
Keep on.
Oh my gosh. Dude, when you're just if you download JC Go and you immediately delete it, all I have to say is I find your lack of faith disturbing. Anyways, so this week, guys, I was on my way to work, and I saw one of those things that just it generates more questions than it does answers. And living in Chowchilla, I know you know this guy because this guy is in a lot of small towns. You see this guy. Maybe you're driving, maybe you're walking down the street, and hopefully he's on the other side of the road. But we've all seen
not racing his Razor scooter into the crosswalk.
No. This is a different guy.
Okay, different guy.
This is that guy who, for some reason, it's the middle of the day. He should be at work because he looks like he's probably in his late 30s to middle age. But for some reason, he's walking down a random road, and he decides that it's just a good idea.
You visited Churchill and saw Drew walking down the street.
You know what? Maybe because it's that guy who, for some reason, he's just walking down the road, and he decided, you know what's a good idea? I'm just going to take my shirt off. And it's not like he's ripped. It's not like he's like got a body to show off.
I don't do that.
It's just that guy who's walking down the road and for some reason decides to just take the shirt off and just walk like a hero, dude. Like, I don't get it. What?
And he does
help
this
me
when
understand
it's
this.
110 outside or 42 degrees outside. It's
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't even matter. Like,
I don't know. I've never done that, so I don't know. I don't know why people.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have. I can't think of a time where I've taken my shirt off and walked down a random road.
there was that. There was that time I took my pants off and walked down a random road.
Okay, well, that's a different thing.
That's a story for another time.
The only thing I can think of is maybe that's comfortable. Maybe we should try it instead of just sitting
Who
here.
are we to knock it?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what's more weird than a middle-aged 35? Well, that seems odd. A guy in his mid-30s walking down the street with his shirt off is 3 guys in their mid-30s walking down the street with their shirts off. That is what I call trumped.
Or 2 guys while they FaceTime the other guy.
Everybody's like, are they a club? What's going on over there?
Why are they all
How do I
wearing
join?
sweaters?
It's just dude in, like, he might have even been wearing slacks, but he just decided to take his shirt off and walk down the street.
This guy also had a waxed mustache, and his hair was greased back.
No. Because then if he did that, he would have like kind of that cool like Gangs of New York look, and you're like, I'm not going to mess with this guy. No, this was like this guy could either be your orthodontist, or he could be a guy who's sitting across from Chris Hansen. Like,
What the hell orthodontist do you go see?
I've never been to an orthodontist. I'm just assuming that's what they look like. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, middle-aged dude walking down the random road with his shirt off, I don't get it. Maybe there will be a time where suddenly I'll look down and I will be that guy and it will all make sense. But until day,
I don't get it. Do you go shirtless at home? Or are you wearing a shirt most of the time?
Not often. There's times when I will, but not often. I'm not like a just peel my shirt off kind of guy.
Next time you do, just take a step outside real quick.
Hey, Rob, do you wear pants?
Walk
when
around the
you're
block. Sometimes.
I hope so.
It's dicey. You never know. You never really know.
Hey, Rob, do you wear underwear at home?
This is getting really This is getting very uncomfortable right now.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Are you going to ask to come over and have some sweet tea? My parents are home and they'll be here the whole time, so stop.
Hey, Josh, this is Chris
Anyways.
Hansen.
Yeah. Anyway. So, Mr. Middle-aged guy, keep your shirt on.
Or, I don't know,
weird.
man. Maybe just give it a try.
Or maybe I just need to take a walk around the block with my shirt off. I'll let you know how that goes.
Make sure you carry some swag with you while you do it. And make sure someone films it, because that'd be hilarious.
I'll let you know how that goes. So, Josh, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling very, very powerful this week. I got to I got to delve into the world of manipulation a little bit more. You know, my kids are reaching a stage where they're easily controlled, and it's awesome. So this week during family game night, we were playing a board game that I'm sure everyone's familiar with. It's called Sorry, and tempers flare at this game. You get bumped off the board, you have to go back to start. It could be a while before you get to come out again.
I don't play games.
Because you get angry?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Wait, you still get angry? At your age, you still get angry?
It just depends on the game. Monopoly for sure, dude. Because I know.
I took a vow of silence on Monopoly. I can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a
Yeah.
pass on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Monopoly can't be played. Oh, and it's right up there with Risk. Like, can't play Risk. And
Nope.
depending on who you play with, Settlers of Catan. You just might get that guy. Rob kind of reminds me of that guy, the one that would flip the table and break it in half.
I've never played that game.
Anyway,
I'm the guy at Settlers of Catan. I'm the guy going, what do the roads do? Like,
so I came to find out why I struggled with defeat when it came to board games so often. It's because when I was younger, I was manipulated playing board games, and I found myself doing the same thing this week, right? So we're playing the game of Sorry. The kids are all taking their angst out on me. You know, they're targeting me every single time they draw a card to bump someone off, or you know, they're always taking it out on me. So I did what dads do, and I created the house rules that only applied to the king.
Sure.
I was the only one that could get away with it, right? So it's gorgeous. Just wait for it. This is awesome, right? So they're all calling me out, and they're getting angry at me, and they're yelling at me when I'm cheating and doing stuff. You know, as far as like if I pulled a 12 12 spotter, whatever kind of card you want to call that, I would move 24. You know, if I pulled a 3, I would play the corners. So I would jump 3 corners type of thing, right? And
my
then like, the game, you know, the game has sliders. Like if you land on the slide, you can actually move forward like 5 spaces. So I would hit every slide like on a lucky number, which was basically all odd numbers. Like I would hit the slide as I'm moving and just like take up extra spaces, right? And they're getting angry because my son and daughters, I have legitimately gotten almost all of their pieces like into that home base zone, right?
Ready for the win.
Yeah, dude. And they're salivating at wanting to win this game. And I'm just egging them on, right? Every time they pull a card and they don't get it, I'm like laughing at them. Or, you know,
all worked out.
dude. I'm just like
I can't
breaking
wait, dude.
their hopes, right? Just every time, man. And then like when they weren't looking, I would take like a look at the top card and I'd move it underneath, or, you know, just mean crap, dude. Just like playing with him. My wife's like looking at me, giving me the eye, like I'm being a jerk, but she's also laughing at it too, to be honest with you. And so while they're all trying to get their last piece in, dude, I had like two tokens that were still on the outside that I ended up moving like into that safe zone, right? And so all of our pieces are now like in. Everyone has one that is within 1 to 3 spots away from like winning the game, right?
Man.
oh
And
my gosh.
I start pulling cards off the top because I don't care. You know, I don't care about winning. I'm just like trying to be, you know, kind of a jerk about it. And I'm pulling cards off the top and bringing them in close, and I'm looking at them and like I'm faking them out, and I'm, you know, like I would do something like, "Oh, I'm gonna win it," you know, just like slam it down, and they'd get like all tense, and then see that it was the wrong card. They get all like, you know, get all fun and crazy about it. Until finally, dude, at the end, someone actually pulled the right card, and it was one of my kids, just one of my daughters who never wins at anything. I was so happy for her. She actually won. And she...
It was like her Rudy moment.
Yeah, dude. She did the same thing I did. She pulled it really close and then throws it down. She's like, "I win, suckers!" And just like puts it on the board. And she goes hysterical with the win. And my other 2 collapse, dude. I'm talking on the floor,
Crying.
screaming, crying,
Oh my God.
tossing the board. And my wife and I are just sitting there watching it all go down and laughing so hard about what's going on in front of us. I mean, it's literally, dude, I should have pulled my phone out
That's
in the
awesome.
moment to record it, because I would have been able to get all 3 kids, one just celebrating their victory as if they're on the top of the world,
Probably
and the other
made her
2
even happier to see the other 2 crying on the ground.
dude, at that point, like with all the crap that I pulled, it wouldn't surprise me, because I basically, you know, validated that that's okay.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
yeah, dude, it was so funny. I was laughing. So Amy and I couldn't stop laughing, dude. We were laughing for like 15 minutes. Like my gut hurt. I was laughing so hard. Just one of those moments. And I turned to her and I was like, that's a new game I like to call board game marionettes. Just
You're the puppet
dance for
master.
me.
Dude, you were like the Thanos of Family Game Night, like altering reality and everything they thought they knew about the game. It was amazing.
Dude, it was fantastic, man. And I know it's probably mean, but I mean, as a dad, you got to have fun with that kind of stuff every now and then, dude. So yeah,
That's awesome.
I loved it. That was the highlight of my week, like playing with my kids' emotions, and every once in a while, you got to remind them who's king. And
That's right.
They got to learn to lose too. Obviously not gracefully, but they got to learn to lose.
Hopefully they grow out of that. That could get awkward when they're playing beer pong when they're 25.
Ripping their shirt off, walking down the street.
I'm going home. That's who that was.
Yeah, dude, that's who that guy was. He just lost a game of sorry.
I'm going home.
So
I'll walk.
I'll walk. Anyway, that was my week. Drew, how about you, man?
Right on. That's awesome. Mine was good, dude. I went and saw one of my favorite bands of all time on Friday night. I went and saw Thrice. And
I thought you were going to say Britney.
Oh yeah.
I'm back, batch.
I thought he was going to say Phil Collins, but
Don't hate on
Sorry.
Collins.
All right.
So I went and saw Thrice, and it was super awesome, dude. And mind blowing, and
Your voice tells the story.
it was amazing.
yeah.
I went and saw one of my favorite bands of all time, and I mean it was just awesome.
So, anyways, it was great.
Really, nothing else to add? Just
Dude, it was rad. Anyone who hasn't heard of that band, check them out. They're absolutely incredible. They're in my top 5.
I hope
bands.
you don't sell our podcast to people in the same way.
That's way worse. So,
Check it out. You might like it. Probably not.
that's exactly what I
I'm not
tell
even
people.
sure if I do.
Wow.
So, anyways, the day before that, my wife and I, we went to Rite Aid to get flu shots. And I've never gotten a flu shot before.
You do that vaccination stuff, huh?
So I've never gotten a flu shot before. And
That was the correct answer.
save it for one of your segments, dude. So we got there, dude, and I was like kind of I'm not worried about I don't know what I was worried about. I've never gotten one before. It kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Those needles are scary.
No, that's not what it's about. That's definitely
Wait, are
not
you
what it's
afraid?
about.
Are you afraid of needles, or was
Yes,
it just?
that's what it is. And I'm coming
Are you
clean.
serious?
I'm coming clean to all
You
300.
remember that character from Back to the Future, Needles? It was Needles with needles.
He was the one giving the flu shot.
Kind of needles squared, doubling down on needles. Anyway,
So anyways, dude,
It
we
was
go
bad.
there and they gave us the paperwork and I'm filling out the paperwork and everything. And there's a Men's Health magazine sitting on the middle table. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like reading all the captions on the front, and then on the bottom right hand corner it says flu shot, yes or no. And I'm like, oh, I should probably give that a read real quick before I do this. So we're sitting there,
wait,
dude.
was it sitting under its own spotlight, just like
just glowing?
just glowing? Read me.
So Elizabeth's like, yeah, dude. So Elizabeth's like filling out her paperwork, and I'm reading this article. Dude, it was like 4 pages, big magazine pages, And I'm sitting here reading it while she's filling it out.
Speed
and I'm
reading it.
like, yeah, dude. And so then I go and I'm like filling out my paperwork, and she takes the paperwork up there, and I'm finishing up this article, and then we're sitting there, and I was like, she sits back down, and I was like, babe, I
can't do this.
I don't know if I should do this or not. And she was like, she's all, why? And I was like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Were you not willing to admit to the article that you just read?
No,
Or-
dude, the article was such a passive article where it was like, it gave you like some statistics of why you should, and then some things of like why it would be okay if you didn't. And
Wait, that's the worst article ever. It's like, yeah, we don't know.
dude, and that's how I was feeling walking into it already.
So we're gonna give you 2 sides of this and let you make your own decision.
Yeah, dude. So we're sitting there talking, and she goes, "Well, if you don't want to get it, then don't get it." And I was like, "Really? Like you don't think that like I have to get this right now?" And she's like, "No, don't get it if you don't want to get it." And I was like, "Oh, I'll get it. It's not a big deal." So then we get up to the lady calls us up there to finalize the paperwork, and then we were going to go into the room, and she started asking some final questions on the paperwork, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this.
I'm good.
Then it got like she kind of sat there and looked at me, and like Elizabeth looked up all surprised because I just told her I was going to do it again. She looks at me all surprised, and then I look at the lady, and I was like, "And can I get that paper back?"
Oh my gosh.
It's got some private information on there. I'd really rather you not have it.
Yeah, dude. So then I still have not received it, and I'm contemplating whether or not to have ever since.
Wait, so in the moments that you haven't gotten the shot, you're still wondering if you should go back and get it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like having a baby. I know you don't get the flu shot.
No.
Do you get the flu shot?
No.
Last year, like almost a year ago exactly, I thought I had got the flu before. Oh no. I had never had the flu because what I got that day was definitely the flu, and we'd never met each other before.
You've never had the flu before last year?
Dude, I have been really, really sick in the past, but if this was the flu, I've never had this before because I thought I was going to die.
Maybe it was just a bad Irish taco.
I feel like that's an innuendo for something.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree to it.
It was interesting because a guy was like, "Hey, can I give you an Irish taco?" And I was like, "I'm not going to do this." Anyways.
I've had the flu a few times in my adult life.
It's not fun, dude.
No, not fun
Not
at all.
fun.
I used to try to pretend to have it when I was in school so that I could not go to school. In the wintertime, it was the best, dude. I'd get under the heated blanket and turn it up all the way. Oh, Mom, I don't feel good. Oh, yeah, you're really
so
hot.
sweaty.
Oh, my kid won't be able to run one past me.
Nope. Not at all, dude, which is good.
All right. Well, yeah, on that note, when we come back, we're gonna take it to a little bit more of a sophisticated place. We're gonna be talking a little bit of poetry, fellas. It's gonna be beautiful.
Are we going to a more sophisticated place?
I'm looking forward to this.
Stick with us and find out. All right, and welcome back to the show. And tonight we thought, man, why don't we take it to a place that we don't often take this show? Someplace a little bit more sophisticated, someplace
Yes.
a little bit more highbrow. We want to talk a
using
little.
that word.
I do not think you mean what you think it means.
We're gonna talk about some poetry tonight. We're gonna get a little artsy on you. So Drew, please take us away, my friend.
Okay, so I have a list of poetry here, or song lyrics. They'll be read the same, so hopefully you won't really tell the difference. And then you guys, with your list of celebrities and bands, are to guess which poet I am reading.
Okay, and this can be wide. This can be wide open. This could be any celebrity that is delving in poetry
Yeah.
versus like actual like song lyrics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
These are people. These are other people in entertainment who are choosing to try a new outlet.
I see Aragorn is on here.
So you know it's gonna be good.
Yes.
Please tell me it's in Elvish.
If any of them end with, but it will not be this day, we're going to know who it is.
Okay. So our first piece of philosophy here. Afternoon chaos turned to laughter as the lady in gray pierces the surface of the private aquarium. Peach body held tight by the warmth of day. Eyes fixed to locate. Steady flow consumed. A charred eruption takes suddenly the safety from her glow.
Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. I'm looking at this list, and I really feel like that's a Charlie Sheen right there. Poetry. Did I get it? Oh, yes.
Oh, dang it, dude.
Sir Charles Sheen is correct.
I was just trying to be funny.
I mean, I was trying to be funny too, but it ended up really being Charlie Sheen, so that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it totally sounded like Charlie Sheen. It totally sounded like Charlie Sheen.
Okay, the next one. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
My pride still feels the sting. You were my everything. Someday I'll find a love like yours.
Train.
She'll think I'm Superman, not Super Minivan.
Train.
How could you leave on Yom Kippur?
Train.
Rob?
Oh, man.
Yom Kippur. How could you leave on Yom Kippur?
That
Okay,
definitely
isn't that-
sounds
is that
like
the-
it could be Insane Clown Posse. But
That's like that's a Jewish holiday, right?
Yes.
Okay, I
No,
gotta go
no, no, no.
Nirvana.
Nice one, Rob. Correct,
Final
Josh.
answer. Train?
Train. How could you
Oh
leave
my
me
gosh.
on Yom Kippur?
Dude, I used to work in an office where like
that played all the time.
the playlist of Train played all the time.
Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh,
Go.
yes.
You
Please.
ordered me off my knees into your arms. Wasn't to beg that I knelt only to see you once from below.
Oh, dude, that's... Okay.
And it was in all caps.
There's a lot of...
That's why it was such a
Oh,
strong
really?
reading. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Are you sure that one didn't end in "It will not be this day"?
I was gonna say there's a lot of aggression. It makes you think it's Viggo Mortensen, but I'm gonna swing for the fences and say Jennifer Aniston.
Dang it, dude! I kind of want to hitch my wagon to yours.
Dude, feel free. Let's do this. Let's go together.
No, I don't know why, dude, but I'm gonna go with Pitbull on this one.
Oh, dude. You guys both lost. Because that one was, in fact, Viggo Mortensen.
Oh,
Dude, of
man.
course it was.
Dang it. Should have went with it. Freaking Vigo, dude.
Hence the all caps.
I thought it was too
the
easy.
bad English.
I thought it was too easy.
Something about pulling me up from my knees. Like,
Okay, here we go. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us.
Really?
I feel stupid. Let me finish. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulatto. An albino. A mosquito.
What a weirdo.
Hang on. No.
Oh, no.
a burrito.
My libido. Yeah. Guess that one, suckers.
Oh my god.
That one is
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh no.
She's
I was
be the
death
of you in this game.
I was gonna go off list for this one, and I was gonna, this might have been like, really reaching for second base here, but Jonathan Davies of Corn. No,
He's not on the list.
Hey, do me a favor, Dad. I don't see so good. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there?
okay, Rob
Okay,
on
I'll-
three. Right answer. 1, 2, 3. Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana. So, okay. Still tied.
Dude,
What a
are
wordsmith.
you still at the Thrice concert? Or
No, this is how you read poetry.
gotcha.
I've been trying to
Oh yeah,
get
we
into
forgot the
character.
snaps.
yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Lucky in love. Lucky in love. Didn't forget me when I asked you to leave me. Didn't forget me. Now you're alongside me. You've brought luck to love. I've been hit by a truck in love.
I've been hit by a truck in love.
A truck in love. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go with Rob's answer on this one. I'm gonna say Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
That's dude. It's got to be Pitbull. It's got to be the pit. The pity bull.
Yes, that is not correct.
Oh, okay.
It is Jennifer Aniston.
Wait, what?
He said yes. That is not correct.
Son of a.
That was really mean, by the way.
Okay, we are winding down here to the final two. Are we
Wait,
ready?
who was that? Who was that one?
It was Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. I told him.
For real.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Wait. She wrote a poem that said I was hit by a truck in love?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. Dang it, Jen. What are you doing? Okay.
All right, the next one.
So this is between Pitbull and ICP.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. I love it.
Yes, but not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Me not working hard? Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. And, better yet, go to Times Square. Take a picture of me with a Kodak.
You can't rhyme Kodak with Kodak! It doesn't work! Oh my gosh. Oh, that's Pitbull for sure. Because even though it sucks, it's not as bad as magnets. How do those work? So it's got to be Pitbull.
I've got a feeling that ICP has never actually been in Times Square, so my heart says go with Pitbull. Oh man, this could be the deciding factor. I know.
What does your mosquito libido tell you?
I'm gonna give ICP some credit here. I'm gonna go with ICP.
Oh, really? Oh, tie game. What? That was Pitbull. The wonderful, beautiful words of Pitbull.
I knew it. Only he would have the balls to try to rhyme Kodak with Kodak!
Okay. This is perfect then, because this one I forgot to put on the list. So this is the tiebreaker. The words go as follow. You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. Stupid.
Katy Perry.
You're very close. You're very close.
I was going to say Barry Manilow, but I feel like that's not even close.
Dude, can you please repeat that one more time?
Yes.
Yeah.
You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. Stupid.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
This is a song, right? This is not
a song.
poetry.
This
Okay.
is a song. Some would call it poetry, I'm sure. This is a song.
Oh man.
Okay. I feel like I almost know who it is, but it's gonna help me if you would just one more time, with as much enthusiasm as you can. Could you read it again, please?
You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. Stupid. Hey, I don't even have to.
You can't rhyme stupid with stupid.
You
Do it,
I
Rob.
don't even have to
Do it,
read it
Rob.
off of the thing anymore. Now it's memorized.
And I mean, technically, it should be you are a stupid hoe.
This
but
is
they
a
just-
pop. This is a pop artist.
you a stupid hoe, stupid.
Are we just guessing until one of us gets it
All
right,
right.
and that's who
No,
it is?
I'm waiting for him to say a guess.
Oh.
Final answer. Beyonce.
Dude, she's classy, man. You guys don't know pop artists, do you?
Wait.
Wait. Oh no, it's Nicki. It's got to be Nicki Minaj, right?
Nailed it.
Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Wait, no. No, we both
At the
lose.
buzzer.
The crowd goes
No, we both
wild.
lose.
He said Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, but he said Beyonce before that. You held me to Katy Perry.
Wait, who's? Huh?
I threw out like 4 names, and you held me to Katy Perry.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You never once said
I
Nicki
hate
Minaj.
you right now. I so hate you.
As the host of this game, ding, ding, ding. Rob, you are the winner with Nicki
Thank
Minaj.
you.
Now,
Thank you. Nicki
Josh,
Minaj.
can you
She's
do
my
us
girl.
a favor?
She's my girl.
No.
can you read us this poem, this masterpiece from beginning to end, please?
This is your gift to me as the champion, Josh. So put some
right.
put some stank on it.
Let me
You
see if
put
I
some
can.
oomph.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a little bit of magic here.
Thank you.
Story time.
If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen
Oh, why are you
miracles
doing
in every way. Shh. And I see miracles every day. Oceans spanning beyond my sight. And a million stars way above on at night.
Oh my god.
What?
Your accent is changing.
Yeah, no, that's what happens on this show.
I mean,
They all change.
initially it was Christopher Walken, but it's slowly turning into the guy who was doing the marriage ceremony on Princess Bride.
No. I haven't ventured that far yet. And a million
Miracles.
stars. Miracles.
A million
And
stars.
a million stars way above them at night. we don't have to be. No, I can't do it anymore.
It actually makes Insane Clown Posse not sound as bad. You're like, oh, it actually makes sense.
Until you get to the point where he says, Shaggy's boy looks like Shaggy and my boy looks like Daddy. That's kind of how it works.
If I kept going like
And of
that,
course-
it'd be a long time. before I
Yeah,
got to the
dude,
end.
that's a long one.
And of course, the most amazing line, effing magnets, how do those work? So, Drew, bravo. Amazing. I love it. Dude,
I had fun.
The miracle is that these people were willing to put these things out and consider it poetry. So good job.
I don't really appreciate how you decided the game, but I did appreciate playing the game. So
We all got to lose sometime, Josh. Don't worry, buddy. Don't you
Better luck
fret.
next time. One game you could not manipulate.
that's what you think.
No, I lost because I wanted to lose.
It's all part of my master plan. It's just a
Oh
song.
my gosh. Dude, he's Kaiser Soze up in here. Okay, all right, so we had an awesome listener question come in, fellas. And I just want to say right off the bat, you can't choose cats because it's too easy. All right, everybody's going to go there. But
Lions.
the question, oh my gosh. The question is this. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Are you
Like,
kidding
which
me?
animal's just going to be a jerk? What's it going to be?
I don't think that hippos would be really pleasant. They don't look like pleasant animals, and they actually kill a lot of people every year.
They just swim around and like shake their little tail and they can eat.
no, and they
can eat a
destroy
pumpkin whole.
things. They destroy things, dude. They're like thousands of pounds.
But what does that have to do with the fact that they can talk to you?
Like, if you were talking to a hippo, what would it say?
It's like, be like, hey,
I'm gonna eat
hey, how's it, hey, he'd be like, hey, how's it going? Hey, good to see you. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, throw that full size pumpkin in my mouth. Just throw it in right now. Hey, thank you.
Eagles would probably be pretty rude.
What do you think an eagle would sound like if it talked to you, Drew? What would an eagle say to you?
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Oh God.
Up here, look over here. Dookie.
He sounds like a cool guy to hang out with. I don't think he'd be a jerk. He just wants you to look over there. I mean, how bad is that? What other animal would be funny?
Why is this starting to feel like a conversation I can't get out of? I feel like I keep taking 2 steps backward, and you just keep walking right with me.
Am I stuck in a time warp?
Welcome to hell.
Here's your pineapple.
You can't be serious. Oh, no. Oh, man. As usual, as we come to the end of our time, let us talk about what we've learned.
If anything.
In fact, I'm pretty sure people are dumber
After hearing this.
listen to this episode tonight.
Well, bye, everybody. No, okay. Number 1, maybe we all just need to try walking shirtless more often. Maybe he's misunderstood, is what it really comes down to. Shirtless guy, I'm sorry I judged you. I'm going to take a walk in your shirtless shoes for a while. And maybe I'll change my tune. Who knows?
I'm trying to wrap my shirt around that one.
Number 2. I just want to go on record and tell you right now that it's officially going to go down. Drew is going to die from the flu this year, so we're all sorry that happened. This is a preemptive in memoriam. Drew Carroll.
I might go back.
Still haven't decided.
I just see that lady's face with you walking in, and she's like, really? Are you going to do it this time? She's eventually just going to have to hide around the corner and sneak up on you and stick it in your neck.
Sir, as much as we'd like to give it to you, we can't. Please go to Safe Mart.
This is not a game to us, sir. All right. And number 3. I don't care what anybody says. A bald eagle doesn't sound like a jerk. He sounds like a pretty cool guy to hang out with. So, freedom. Anyways, we just want to say thanks, everybody, for listening to the show and supporting the show. Make sure you go wherever you get your podcast, you go and leave us a review there. And if you leave us a 5-star, we really appreciate it. It really helps out the show. Make sure you check out patreon.com/youmehepodcast. Sign up there for exclusive content, and it really helps and supports the show. And until next time, I'm Rob Lambert.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
And this is Drew Carroll.
Have a good night, everybody. Drew Carroll! Hey, guys! Up here!